Hey guys, so today I wanted to do my empties. I want to do these more regularly. I don't do them that often, and the last time I did an empties, I will link the video here if you haven't seen that one, but I had this bag and it had a lot of stuff, and I like to be very thorough with my reviews. If you watch enough of my videos, you know this about me. I like to be very thorough. I like to be very detailed with my reviews because that's the right thing to do. If you're going to spend money on products that I talk about and I recommend, I want to give you everything that you need to know about it. And if I let this bag get halfway full or even all the way full, I have to zip through everything. And sometimes I don't get a chance to really tell you everything I want to tell you about the product. Just as I would if I'm talking to my mom or my sister or my friends, I talk to you guys and I just share with you guys in the same form as I do off camera. So I was thinking that I could do empties more often when I have maybe up to 10 products. That way it can be a shorter video and I can just sort of be very detailed and descriptive about everything. So let me know what you guys think about that, seeing more empties, because I'm trying to kind of use up some things as we speak. So I can see myself filling up this bag very soon. So empties, lots of stuff in here. So the first thing, I'm just going to randomly pull out from the bag. You guys know that's how I do it. I don't really keep it in any sort of order or anything. It's just too much work. The first thing, I swear I always show this to you guys. I think in every single empties that I've ever done, there's always been this product in here. This is the Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. It's the one with the pink cap. This is what I use to remove my makeup. There's a teensy tiny bit left, but probably not enough to do a full removal of makeup. I really like this because it's good for sensitive skin, all skin types, removes makeup, and I've also used this sometimes in the mornings to kind of refresh my skin if I don't feel like cleansing my face, but I don't do that too often. I like to just always, use my face wash in the morning, but this is really affordable. It's readily available. You can get this pretty much anywhere that sells Garnier or any type of drugstore products, but this is great. I use these with the Shiseido cotton pads, and those pads are incredible. It removes everything very easily, and those pads make it very simple and gentle to get around the eyes. So I love the all-in-one micellar water, and I think I'll always have one of these under my sink, whether it's just to clean up, makeup smudges or mistakes when I'm filming tutorials, or just to remove my makeup at night. I think I'll always have that. So if you guys have any favorite micellar waters that you like, let me know down below. Speaking of makeup remover, this thing is so disgusting. Oh, it's like the writing is like rubbing off on this thing, but this is the Clinique Take the Day Off Balm. It's a solid product, and the reason why I use this is also another makeup remover, and this is what I use when I have a lot of makeup. I use the Garnier, like if I'm just using like a little bit of foundation or maybe just something to the brows, a little bit of mascara, I use this. But most time when I'm doing a makeup removal or a double cleanse, it's because I have a lot of layers of makeup on. And that's where this comes into play. I love this. It's so easy to remove makeup. It's a solid balm. I don't think I have enough. You probably won't be able to see too much like what the texture is like on this, but it's a solid, thick balm that when you apply this, you actually take some of it in your hand on your face that's dry with makeup on, and you rub this in, and then it turns into like a creamy kind of oil. And then when you put water onto your face and splash your face and kind of massage it in, it turns into like a milky cleanser. So it's actually really good. It does remove makeup very effectively because I've also tested that with like a cotton pad afterwards. I use that, then go into my cleanser, which would be the second cleanse, which is why that's why it's called a double cleanse. And then I take a makeup, like a little cotton round, maybe with some micellar water to check to see if this really does remove makeup, and it truly does. I will say though that this Take the Day Off Balm doesn't take off too much of like waterproof eyeliner if you have it in the waterline, or if you have like mascara smudges somehow. For some reason, those are the most difficult to take off. So that's where I use the micellar water with some Q-tips, go around the eyes, and it's good to go. But in general, this is actually a really good product to use for makeup removal. I actually have a new one that I have been working on, and it doesn't really have a scent. I think most Clinique things are fragrance-free, which is one of the reasons why I like them, because fragrance is just one of those things that is just not really necessary in skincare. I know that brands put it in there, especially when it comes to like active type of products with active ingredients that kind of have sort of like a herbal or medicinal scent. They use fragrance to kind of mask that. I don't like that. Fragrance is very irritating to the skin. It actually is bad for the skin, so this is where it's at. Okay, the next thing is the Aveeno Active Naturals Pure Renewal Shampoo. This is sulfate free. I wanted to try a drugstore shampoo that was sulfate free, and I picked this one up. I don't think I've ever tried the Aveeno stuff for the hair. I've tried like their body lotions and stuff like that. I've used some of their skincare way back years and years ago. But this is a sulfate-free conditioner. It actually works really well. It does clean the skin. It makes the skin feel really nice and clean. It doesn't dry out my hair. And the sulfate-free is great if you do color your hair because it doesn't strip the color. I typically use the Joico shampoo for reds because it is a color depositing shampoo and conditioner. So I wanted to try something else because that Joico shampoo, although I really enjoy it and it does help kind of revive the red tones in my hair, it is quite pricey. The shampoo is, I think, $15, $16. The conditioner is around $18 or so. And it can get kind of pricey. And I go through a lot of shampoo because I do use quite a bit of it every time I wash my hair. So I decided to try this, and it's actually not bad, you guys. I actually really like it. Would I repurchase this? Yes. Not anytime soon, though, because I did just purchase my Joico. They had it at Ulta 2 for $20. So, but that's what the packaging looks like if you're looking for sulfate-free that won't strip your hair from the drugstore. Next thing is the Not Your Mother's Clean Freak Refreshing Dry Shampoo. This was actually sent in a box from Influencer, and if you keep seeing me touch my face, the fan is on and it keeps blowing all these little baby hairs in my face. It's not bad. It's not my favorite. This is the unscented one that they sent for me to try and review. I actually used the whole thing up. Good size. It does work, but it's not my favorite. I usually use the Dove one, which you guys know about this if you've watched plenty of my empties. The Dove dry shampoo is the one that I've been using. I did, however, recently picked up a dry shampoo that is dark tones from Batiste, which is what I'm testing out at the moment to see how I like it. Because sometimes if I am overboard, you can see dry shampoo in dark hair, and my hair is quite dark with the red tones. And so if I use too much of it, you can actually see it. So this, it's okay. It's not my favorite. I probably wouldn't recommend it, honestly. If I had to choose, I'd say use a Dove dry shampoo. But if you need a dry shampoo for travel or want something kind of small, I don't think Dove makes small ones like this. I wish they did. This is, you know, a good option. It will work, but it's not my favorite. It did leave quite a bit of a white cast on it, and maybe it's just because I was heavy-handed with it. I don't know, but I wouldn't repurchase the Not Your Mother's. I just probably wouldn't. Okay. Oh, skincare. Hey, this is what I like. Okay. Kiehl's. I bought this. Wow, this I forgot to actually show you this and one other product in here in my last empties. They were under my sink, and I found them when I was kind of organizing everything. And I was like, dang it. I bought this August from Nordstrom. You can get Kiehl's anywhere. This is the Ultra Facial Cleanser for all skin types. It looks like this. Pretty disgusting. Don't judge. It's okay. It is okay. It has avocado oil, apricot kernel oil, vitamin E. But I was getting some breakouts in December, and this actually lasted me all through most of December anyways. And then I started using some medical grade skincare towards the very end of December and carried me into this new year. But I was doing some research on oils, and there is a lot more to just oils than I even knew. Like, I had to educate myself on facial oils. This is kind of where the geeky side of me comes out. I love talking about ingredients and skincare. But oils, they have an oleic and linoleic acid component. Those are the fatty acids that make up the oils. Some oils have more of the oleic, some have more linoleic. But those are the omega-3, 6, and 9, and some of them that are high in oleic acid are not really good for problematic skin, like acne-prone skin, because they can actually clog pores, and that's why certain oils are better suited for certain skin types. One of the ones that I read that online, just from searching different types of oils, avocado oil is one that's more on the oleic side, so it's made for drier skin types, and that's in this. So I don't know if this ever really was a factor in my breakouts. I have a long list of things that could have caused that, And it could have been what I was using skincare-wise, and I'll talk about the oils in a moment because I have another thing in there. But this has squalane, and not to confuse it, squalane and squalene, there's 2 different kinds. The apricot currant oil, the vitamin E. So this was good. It did lather up quite a lot, so if you like cleansers that kind of have a bit of a foam, you may like this. Literally the tiniest amount would go the longest way. So that's what I liked about this, and that's why I use this from July all the way through December, because a pea size literally was enough to get everything cleaned. I did feel a little bit stripped sometimes with it, so I just finished it up, but it's just not one that I would repurchase. It is freaking dirt cheap. It's like 19 bucks. I mean, can I get any better than that price point wise? No. But it's just not my thing. I have a couple oils that, speaking of, oh my god, I think this thing is like leaking in this bag. I have the Jurlique Skin Balancing Oil. I have probably about a quarter of it left, and that's what it looks like. I bought this from Sephora. This is a very pricey oil. This bottle right here is right around 50 bucks, and it's a deeply moisturizing treatment oil. Now, again, I wasn't very well educated on oils. I like this. Sometimes I felt like it was good in my areas of my face where I was drier. Sometimes I felt like it was just a little too heavy in certain spots. If the light is changing, the freaking sun keeps coming in and out. But like I said earlier, the oleic and linoleic acid contents of the oils, there is a mixture of both types of oils in this balancing oil. It is a mixture of different kinds. I am leaking. Okay. Thanks, Jurlique. I wouldn't say this is a bad thing, but this could have been a factor in my breakouts. I bought this, again, around the time that I bought the Kiehls, and I use this as my moisturizer. Two drops, sometimes 3 drops, morning, sometimes at night as well. But this does have safflower, rose hips, avocado oil, macadamia is another one that's good for dry skin, not so much for acne-prone skin. Shea butter, vitamin E, which is very good for all skin types. It's important to have vitamin E. It's a good antioxidant for your skin. Helps restore suppleness and elasticity. So if you have skin that leans to the dry side or very dry skin, I think you'll like this. If you have problematic skin, I probably would tell you to find an oil that is suited for acne-prone skin and maybe make your own mix at home with different oils that you know are suited for acne-prone skin versus buying something like this that is full of different types of oils. And although oils are really good for the skin, they can repair the acid mantle and repair your skin's barrier, really add hydration better than a moisturizer could. But if you have a mix of oils that are good for acne prone and then oils that are kind of pore clogging and you put it on acne prone skin, it could cause problems. So I would just kind of tell you to kind of look into it, do your research on it. I probably wouldn't buy this again. It was quite expensive, to be honest with you, but it did last me a long time. Like, I still have quite a bit, and it does come out clear. But I did have mine downstairs because I was trying to use it for my hands, and it turned yellow. Let me show you guys. It is now yellow, so it wasn't like that when I bought it. It was clear, so I think I'm just going to get rid of it. Another oil, I've had this bottle of Argan Oil for ages. I bought this back in Colorado. I had this one and the rose hips, and when I bought them, I was using them on my face. I still do use Argan Oil occasionally in my dry spots, like in my chin, between the forehead, but I don't slather Argan Oil on my face. That one is more balanced between oleic and linoleic. It tends to be more of a balanced oil. But I use this on my hands. I love Argan Oil, and although I haven't been keeping up with my manicures. I used to do manicures for most of my life. I've always done a manicure every single week. These last few months, I've kind of fallen off that bandwagon. But this is what I use. I got this specific brand, I think from TJ Maxx, maybe Roche. Really inexpensive. I use it on my hands. You can use it on your feet as well, and put some socks on, and your feet will be very, very hydrated the next morning. So that's kind of what I use, this like cheapo brand of Argan Oil. I don't buy expensive oils to use like on my feet and my hands. I just don't. Last few products. This is something that I've had like shoved in the back of my skincare drawer. I have a drawer full of skincare, and I used to use this pretty regularly. This is the CeraVe Eye Cream. Eye Repair Cream. I actually like this. I like CeraVe. I use some of their products now in my skincare routine. Enjoy the quality. I enjoy the way this makes my under eye feel. I've used this a lot. It has ceramides, and it reduces dark circles and puffiness. It's a really good option from the drugstore, so if you're looking for a moisturizer for the under eye area, and also that you can take over to the upper lid area. CeraVe is a good option. I use their night cream and I use their face wash every single day. I love it and I haven't been disappointed with it. It's made my skin really nice. I used to use this all the time for my eye area. I went through so many of these tubes and it's affordable. It's from the drugstore. I usually typically get mine from like Walmart or Target. My last product is another eye cream, and this looks really disgusting. I'm just going to put it out there. This is the La Roche-Posay Active C Anti-Wrinkle Treatment, and that's what it looks like. I know it's dirty, but the reason why it's dirty is because this has vitamin C in it, and that is why it's in a kind of metally squeezed tube, because the vitamin C, if it's exposed to light and air, it turns brown, oxidizes, and then no longer is effective. But this had vitamin C in it, and I used to use this as an eye cream. And I don't have the box to tell you everything for ingredients. It's not listed on the back. It just tells you to use it morning and night, pat on the under eye and outwards. This actually is not a bad eye cream. If you're going to try this, you may like it. If you're looking for vitamin C for an eye cream, I actually need to be getting myself on a vitamin C eye cream, because vitamin C is one of the most powerful antioxidants that you can use. It helps with collagen. It helps protect the skin from free radicals that are in the air, from the sun. It just really is a really good product. It's one of the best antioxidants that you can use. So this is what I used for a few months, and I really enjoyed it. It does leave, though, I will say, a kind of like sticky feeling, but after a little while you get used to it. It's not like a sticky where like you open your eyes too wide and it's like your lids are stuck. It's not that kind of sticky. It is a little bit on the stickier side, but when you go to apply your concealer over this, it just sort of glides and it just stays in place. It makes the under eye area look beautiful, and I really like it. I haven't used it enough to really say that it did a lot of magicalness to my eye, because after I finished this, I moved on to the next thing. So I do like it. Would I go back to this? Yes, I would. I would go back to these two. Squeeze tubes like this for eye creams or pumps are best because it protects the integrity of the ingredients from the light, from the air. Whereas the one that I'm using now, it's in a pot, a little jar. I have to use a Q-tip with it. It's freaking annoying. With this, I could just kind of like squeeze it onto my under eye area, pat it in, and be on the go. Same thing with the CeraVe. All right, and that wraps up this Empties. I told you I like to be very thorough. I like to just kind of go in detail about the products. So if you like kind of keeping it short as far as the amount of products, a small group, let me know so that I can continuously do this like this, so I can post them pretty regularly, like at least once a month. And sort of kind of give you guys my thoughts on products and things. So if you like that, let me know in the comment section so I can keep that in mind as I'm using products and as this bag starts to accumulate, because we are now officially empty. Yes! Now I can start filling that bag up again. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for spending some of your day with me today. I hope that you will subscribe if you are new. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for your love and support. It means everything to me. Thank you so much for being you. And I will talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.